नमस्कार दोस्तों और जय हिंद। आप सभी को स्वागत है इन माय चैनल 1971 वॉर बुक सीरीज। आज हम एक ऐसे भारतीय आर्मी ऑफिसर के बारे में बात करेंगे जो 1971 के बांग्लादेश वॉर में वाज प्रेजेंट एट द बैटल ऑफ हिली। हाँ, वो एक इंटेलिजेंस ऑफिसर थे और उन्होंने 202 माउंटेन ब्रिगेड के साथ हिली के भयंकर जंग में हिस्सा लिए थे। And he has also left his mark as a security officer after retirement from the Indian Armed Forces in the ITC Hotel Group. And his son, Flight Lieutenant Maheesh Trikha, जो शहीद हो गए थे इन अ चीता हेलीकॉप्टर एक्सीडेंट इन Siachen, उनके पिता के बारे में आज हम बात करेंगे, directly interacting with Colonel Jagat Trikha. Let's welcome Colonel Jagat Trikha to our podcast.
Hi sir, I can hear you.
How are you?
I am very well sir, how are you?
I am very fine. Am I clear to you?
Yes sir, you are very much clear and audible.
Okay, good.
I would like to welcome you to my program regarding this episode on 1971 war veterans, especially with you being fighting on the Eastern Front. So I would like to ask you a few basic questions. I would want you to give your small introduction so that like it gets clear like who you were in the 71 war and like in which unit you were commissioned.
Okay, thank you very much for getting me on this program.
Thank you.
And I will start with my schooling days.
Okay.
When I was studying in class 10 plus 12 in Meerut, that is the time I applied for Air Force Flying College, NDA, and different entrance examinations.
Okay.
Thinking that once I clear the 10 plus 2, I'll be able to join them in case I am successful in the entrance examination and further in the interviews.
Okay.
To my good luck, I cleared my 12th and also I cleared my Air Force Flying College entrance examination. I went for the interview for the Air Force and I was selected. I came for the medical to Delhi and then I joined the Air Force Flying College Jodhpur in the 86th GDP pilot course in the year 1963 at Jodhpur.
Okay.
And I underwent training there, and as you are aware, the 1963 was the period which was after emergency. They were enrolling officers into the armed forces. So at Jodhpur, we had a tough time by way of morning academics, in the afternoon flying for 1 week, second week in the morning flying and in the afternoon academics, because they wanted to finish the course within 6 months of our joining.
Okay.
I did my basic training on the ST2 aeroplane, and then in the interstage, some reasons I could not do solo in that aircraft. So I was asked to leave the academy and go home, and then they will consider my name for the navigation course.
Okay.
But when I came home, that time I was not even 19, and there was an emergency commission for officers on with minimum age of 19 years of age.
Okay.
So I had to wait for a couple of months to apply for the army. I applied for the army. I was taken for interview at the sub-area headquarters. Then finally I went for the SSB and I cleared it. The moment I was 19 years, I cleared it, and in the month of February 1964, I went and joined the Indian Military Academy, Dehradun.
Okay.
Yeah, for my training in the Indian Army. In the meantime, I got a call from the Air Force if I was willing to join them in the navigation. By then, I was already in for the Army training, so I elected to be in the IMA. So after 6 months of training, in the month of August, I got my commission as a second lieutenant and joined 11 Gorkha Rifles at Dehradun.
Okay. So
That
this
was my
was
first
the
posting.
11 GR, I mean the regiment. Which battalion was it, sir?
711 GR,
711
but
GR.
I was first posted to 11 Gorkha Rifles in the center, and in the month of August 64, and on 1st January 1965, the 711 GR was under raising.
Okay.
So they posted me to the battalion, and I joined the 711 GR on 1st of January 1965.
1965.
I remained there at Dehradun because the battalion had to get the completion as far as the procedural things were concerned, and the complete raising was done by August 1965.
Okay.
And then we got the order to move to Sikkim. We moved to Sikkim with the battalion, and we were in Sikkim when Sikkim was a state by itself. It
Okay.
was not part of India. It was the Maharajas resigned there, and it was considered to be a foreign posting. So we went to Sikkim, and we remained there till 19. I mean, for 2 years we were there.
Okay.
In the year of 1967, when we had come down to Gangtok from our off location, that is the time when we are preparing to come to peace area to Dehradun. The Nathula skirmishes started, and that was the time when the battalion which was at Chola, that was 10 Jack rifles, they were to be relieved for their raising day. So the brigade commander asked us to go and relieve them in Chola. So our two companies of 711 GR were sent to Chola to relieve the 10 JNK rifles, and when the handing taking over was in place, the Chinese opened a fire on 1st of October 1967.
67.
So our platoon which was involved at the height 15545, that was involved in that under Second Lieutenant Rathod. He became martyr in that firing, and our Naib Subedar Tinjong, who was that time the RCL platoon commander, he fired with the RCL guns. He got the VRC, and one of my own Devi Prasad, he also got the VRC in that skirmishes in Chola. So that was the small episode what 711 GR after raising had to face in Chola.
Chola.
That time I was, because in field area you become captain,
Okay.
and that was my service of 3 years. In 67, 64 I got commission, I become captain in field area,
Okay.
and I was the adjutant in the battalion, but then we came after the Chola skirmishes. Our work was in Dehradun. We came to Clement Town, and in Clement Town we stayed there for good time, and I then went for a course of staff officers course. After the course, I got the posting of GSO3 intelligence
Okay.
at the brigade headquarters in Mara. So that was the time
This was the
when I got
202
posted in.
This was the 202 Mountain Brigade, right, sir? 202.
Sorry?
This was the 202 Mountain
202.
Yeah. 202.
202 Mountain Brigade was part of 20 Infantry Division, and it was located at Hashimara,
Hashimara.
West Bengal.
Right.
Yeah, and we remained there, and then from there I went for a intelligence course to Pune in the month of say I think January,
Okay.
and after doing the course, when I came back to brigade, I found that the brigade had moved from Hashimara to Siliguri
Okay.
and New Jalpaiguri. We were told in 71 to go and do some kind of a river training there, river crossing training.
Okay.
So brigade was employed there, and I joined the brigade in New Jalpaiguri. After joining them, we came to know that we were to move up towards Hilly.
Hilly.
So brigade was ordered to move towards Hilly in phases. So we moved to Balur Ghat.
Balurghat.
There we were camping, and from there we were sending our patrols to various locations under Mukti Bahini,
Okay.
and we supported Mukti Bahini during the that period of our stay at Balur Ghat.
In 71, I think, sir, Balurghat was the headquarters of the 20 Mountain Division. Major General Lachman Singh Lel.
Lel was the GOC that time, GOC 20 Infantry Division. But then initially we had moved there, and then when we moved forward, then the deep headquarters moved to Balur Ghat. I must say you have got a very good knowledge about the formation movement.
Yes, thank you. I had
Okay.
sir, because I had been studying a bit about the war.
Okay, good. And then, of course, we planned the operation. We were given the task to capture Hilly,
Okay.
our brigade, and I was involved in the planning stage because being a G3, I was very close to brigade commander and the brigade major, and we had planned the operation. And that time we had our three battalions with us under 202 brigade. It was 8 guards commanded by Colonel Shamsher Singh,
Yes, Singh.
5 Gadwal rifles commanded by Colonel Subhash Chandra, and 22 Maratha light infantry commanded by Colonel Swaminathan.
D.R. Swaminathan, right, sir.
Yeah, that's right. So they were that time with us. So the brigade planning was done. So 8 guard was nominated to capture Hilly and to come out with the plan. And the 22 Maratha and 5 Gadwal rifle were to support 8 guards during the brigade operation.
Okay.
So the time was fixed for that, and it was the midnight attack. The reconnaissance was done. So the attack had gone in at midnight, and we were told that the troop of 75 armored regiment, having 45, having the tanks, which were light tanks, were to join us only at the first light.
Okay. These were
And the
PT-76 tanks, sir. PT-76.
PT-76.
Okay.
PT-76 tank was there, part of 45 armored regiment, and they were to join. The troop was to join the brigade by the first light.
Okay.
But during the attack, when the attack went in, Captain Sharma of 8 guards, he with his fellows, when he was attacking, it was a frontal attack, and when we were attacking the Hilly post, the field was full of marshy area.
Okay.
That time, the full of marsh was there, and up to the waist, all the people were in the marsh mud. They were stuck there. They could not even move. So it was a standing target for the enemy to fire at those boys, and there was a lot of casualties in that front operation. But then Colonel Shamsher planned with other 2 companies who went from the flank, and they captured it. By the first light, the Hilly was, with a great difficulty, was captured. By the first light, PT-76 also had come in. Artillery fire was there, and that is how we operated upon in the Hilly operation in 1971.
Right. And you, sir, at that time were with the fighting troops, or you were with the headquarters, brigade headquarters?
No, I was with the headquarter, but our brigade commander, Brigadier Bhatti, he was an infantryman. He made his command post in the front, just short of the enemy's position. So we were in the command post, watching all the operations ourselves only, and with command post, and I was also behind him in my post as a G3, and ops room was created there, and we were there operating. It was not in the headquarters, was in the BH lawn, which was much behind, which was being manned by brigade major and DQ, but we were in the front, me and commander, watching the brigade operation.
Okay. So I think the 8 guards had over 100 casualties at Morapara, close to Hilly. I mean, during the battle
Yeah.
of Hilly. So,
Yeah,
I mean, I think two of the company commanders were killed, I guess. Major,
yeah, that's right. That's right. Of eight guards. You're
eight
right.
guards, right, sir. And a few officers were also wounded and killed, including a few
Yeah,
JCOs. And 22 MLI, I think, lost one major as well in the later
yeah.
operations. Right, sir. And I think, could you tell us a bit about the operations of the 5 Garhwal, like how they
You see,
proceed?
5 then when after the operation of Hilli, then we were asked to move forward and go towards Bogra.
Okay.
Then the commander had decided to put the 5 guard in the front at the vanguard, and with that we started moving, and we 5 guard came under heavy fire short of Bogra. We had got air support for 5 guard, but 5 guard suffered casualties that time in their movement towards Bogra. But in the meantime, when our brigade was stuck in Hilli and between Bogra, then 340 Brigade, which had come from Trivandrum under command 20 Infantry Division, they had placed one battalion under command 202 Mountain Brigade,
Okay.
and that battalion was 511 Gorkha Rifles,
Okay.
511 GR. They came under command 202 Brigade, and Brigadier Bhatti charged them to capture Bogra, and that time the 511 GR was being commanded by Colonel F.T. Dias.
Later Lieutenant General, I guess.
Yeah, he retired as a Lieutenant General. He is no more now. He died in Pune, and then he attacked with 2 companies. One company commander was Brigadier Abjit Mamik, that time major.
He got a
Other
VRC.
company commander was, sorry,
He got a VRC, I guess.
VRC. I'll come on that. Other company commander was JBS Yadav, who retired as a Lieutenant General. And after the operation, when Bogra was captured, the 3 officers, that is Colonel Dias, Major Mamik, Major Yadav, they got VRC in that operation. And then the move forward was very smooth. And the 511 GR, after capturing Bogra, then they left us, went back to their parent formation for their further operations.
Okay.
And we moved forward, and that time the movement was very, very smooth. And by then, things had really become difficult for the Pakistanis to stay put there. When we reached Rangpur, so that is the time when it was being told that ceasefire might come.
Okay.
So we held on to Rangpur post, and then when the ceasefire was announced on 16th of December, that is the time we took the surrender, and we were in Dinajpur, and we manned that post for till the time we were asked to de-induct from there.
Okay. So, I mean, you must have witnessed the surrender ceremony at Bogra, where General Lachman Singh Lehel was present. He took the surrender of General Nazir Hussain Shah, I guess.
No, Bogra operation. In fact, when
The surrender
the
ceremony.
511 GR had attacked Bogra with 2 companies, that time you are right, but we were not in the command post. We were a little behind because it was a mobile operation, and we were not in the defenses there that time.
Okay.
We were on the move.
Okay. So that is there. But did you witness the surrender ceremony there, sir? Like the surrender taken by General Lachman Singh Lehel of the Pakistani GOC at that end?
No, we were not there. We were not there. We were at Dinajpur that time.
Okay.
We were asked to stay put at Dinajpur.
Okay. So, and could you tell us a bit about your interactions with the Mukti Bahini when you were in the operational areas?
No, when we had moved to Balur Ghat, that is the time the Mukti Bahini was operative in the inside the East Pakistan. They were there only, and they were under their different commanders who were from the Indian Army, and they were looking after them. So in fact, we had hardly any interaction with them. We used to interact only with the army officers and give them the patrolling report, or take them from there, the intelligence, whatever we needed for our operational task.
Okay. And I would also like to know a bit about uh, your efforts in like as an intelligence officer, like how was it for you? I mean, the entire war. Like, what did you exactly do, and like how did you gather enemy intelligence, and how did you get to know more about the enemy so that the brigade operations could run a bit smoothly? So, like a bit about your part, sir.
Yeah, you see, my task was there to obtain the intelligence. So my first aim was to get through the patrolling, whatever we could, whatever we could guess. We used to send the patrol to various points, but we were told not to cross the international border.
Okay.
So we were supposed to stay within our own territory and still get the information about the enemy, because since our task was hilly, so we wanted more information about the hilly and the surrounding areas.
Okay.
Second was based on the information received from the 20 Infantry Division, whatever we got from them. Third was to get the aerial photographs. The Indian Air Force was sent for various sorties. They took the photographs of various areas, and based on these things, we had given the input to the brigade commander, who planned on the operational map the attack of Hilli through the brigade to capture Hilli.
Got it.
So that's how I think I thought that's what I could. I was involved in that much operation only.
Okay. Okay. So the 71 war, after it was over, you came back to, I guess, you were at Dinajpur, and after that, where did you move back, sir? I mean, you came back inside India, I guess.
Yeah, you are right. We came to Dinajpur, then we came back to our Hashimara location.
Okay.
That was the time when we had to recoup, and then it was a very not very difficult, but I think it was quite educative after the operation. And after the operation, then I was posted to my battalion 711 GR,
Okay.
which was that time in Bareilly.
Bareilly. Okay.
Yeah. So I joined them in Bareilly, and from Bareilly we moved to Andhra Pradesh, that is the Tanga Valley, under 5 Mountain Division, and we were at Rupa with the operational task at Sela
Same.
Pass. That was the task given to the battalion,
Right.
and we stayed there under 77 Brigade, Mountain Brigade, under 5 Mountain Division, and from there I went for a course to Pune on AIC, Advanced Intelligence Course. That
Okay.
was the ISOC, Intelligence Staff Officers Course.
Okay.
I went for that course from there. So I
Okay.
think that was the time when I came back from the course. My time had come again for posting, and I went to Meerut
Okay.
sub area as DQ. And that time the sub area was being commanded by brigadier. They had one AQMG who had DAG and DQ, and one was GSO1. So
Okay.
that was the organization in those days when I was posted in Meerut sub
Right
area.
now, you are a
So
major or a lieutenant colonel, sir?
major. That time I was major because
Major.
it was a DQ major post. So I was posted there, and Meerut sub area was responsible to take care of 11 stations
Okay.
under command, which was a very vast area covering of Meerut, Bareilly, Pithoragarh, Banbasa, Haldwani, Babugarh. I think all these stations were under Meerut sub area, and we were able to take care of the Nainital, Kasoni, Almora, all these stations, Ranikhet, all
Okay.
these stations were under Meerut sub area, and we were able to give them the support by way of their works, by way of their clothing, by way of their rations. All the things were being taken off, land issues, all the things were being handled by me as a DQ, and I used to report to AQ that time, and then to the commander. That was the thing. I remained there for about 3.5 years in Meerut sub area. Then I got posted to Assam Rifles.
Okay.
I was in, I was in Dimapur. Their center was at that time at Dimapur. I was posted there as a company commander, and I remained there in Assam Rifles. I picked up my time scale Lieutenant Colonel there, and then I was posted to 11 Gorkha Rifle Center at Lucknow,
Lucknow.
which is now at Lucknow. I remained in the center for good two and a half years. Then I got posted to Delhi in DHQ security troops,
Okay.
which is responsible for the security of all the armed forces buildings in Delhi.
Okay.
So I was the deputy security officer there, looking after Sena Bhavan, Vayu Bhavan, and hutments in and around the South Block. These were the chartered or duties for me, and I was responsible for the security of the these headquarters, these buildings and
Okay.
the offices.
So as
And
okay. So
during my
as
stay in Delhi
okay. So as
at,
a
as a deputy security officer, by then my wife had gone to London. She was picked up by an organization to take care of the Indian students there.
okay.
Astrology Village Trust. She was there. My younger son had gone to RIMC. He was a hostler there. My elder son was in a hostel studying in class 11th. And that time I thought ki there is no point continuing with the army. So let me also feel about the corporate world. So I put up my papers in 1990, and September I got the pre-release orders from the Indian Army and joined the corporate world ITC Hotel Welcome Group that time
Okay.
as a chief security officer at Moria Sheraton. So that is how my army stay of 26 years have been. And then I had the feel of corporate world. So I was posted at Welcome Group, Moria Sheraton, Delhi as head of security. I remained there from 1990 to 1998, and during my tenure, I had a lot of experience. First was the SARC summit, which took place during my time as head of security. There was lot of good experience because we had to make sure that all the head of states who are staying with us, they move within the span of 15 seconds from the hotel and go to Vigyan Bhavan, so that our Prime Minister doesn't have to wait longer to receive them at Vigyan Bhavan.
Right.
So that was one experience. Second was the Miss World, which took place in 1996 at Bangalore, and the Welcome Group was a partner for that Miss World 1996, and I was the head of security who moved from Delhi to Bangalore, Windsor Manor, to look after all the pageants who had come from 88 different countries.
Okay.
And then I was to conduct them at Bangalore for the practices for various events, and then on the final day for the Miss World pageant final, where the Amitabh Bachchan Corporation was the partner with the Miss World, and they were the conducting company ABCL.
Okay.
So that was a good experience, and I brought the Miss World from Bangalore to Delhi, and she stayed with us in Moria again. So that was second experience, and I think it was, and the third was Mrs. Hillary Clinton when she was the first lady of the world. She came with her daughter, and she stayed with us in Moria Sheraton, and that was a good experience. And when people ask me what has been your experience in the corporate world, so I told them, "Okay, look, I have experienced the most beautiful girl of the world by conducting the Miss World, and secondly by providing security to the first lady of the world. So I think I have got the extreme experiences. So that was the experience with both the events.
Right. Right. I understand, sir. It must be really a fruitful career experience in the as a security advisor and a security consultant, I guess.
And after my tenure at Moria Sheraton, then the management of Welcome Group decided to send me as a general manager. So they changed my discipline from the general administration to So from security to general administration, I moved to Bikaner, a hotel called Lalgarh Palace. I
Okay.
was there as general manager for good 4 years, from 1998 to 2002. That is the time for me to retire from the ITC also, because they have got the age limit of 62. I retired from there, and stayed at home. And during this period, the tragedy struck on my family when my younger son, who was a Korean, who got commissioned into Indian Air Force, he was posted in Leh during his operational sortie at Siachen glaciers. He gave his life for the country while flying Cheetah helicopter. So that was the tragedy which struck on us, and we started moving anti-clockwise. Our life really had come to standstill. But then life has to go on. We had to continue. So we just managed to manage and formed a foundation in his name in 2006, called Martyred, Flight Lieutenant Maheesh Trikha Foundation, and we are continuing with that till today.
It's a really wonderful venture, sir. And I would say, could you talk a bit about this foundation that you have started? I mean, on the basis of your son, a bit about it.
Yeah, when we formed the foundation in 2006, we thought of helping the needy people, and then initially we started conducting the skill development courses and career available in the market for the class 11th and 12th in the various senior secondary schools. And we experienced that the students have no knowledge as to how many avenues are open after 10 plus 2. So we used to go and conduct the classes. Me and my wife, we both used to go conduct the classes for the students. And then we found that the public school students are little much well aware about the careers available and to be chosen, but the government school students have no knowledge. So then we targeted the government schools in NCR Delhi, and we must have covered about 45 schools in 1 year, and about 7,000 students got benefited from our talks about when I gave them the avenues available after 10 plus 2, what carriers to be taken and how to choose the carriers. This was the thing which we started.
Okay.
And then we thought that if we are doing this much, Ministry of Defense, we have a Director General Resettlement who conducts the courses for the retiring JCOs and other ranks,
Okay.
so that they can do well in their second career. And the courses are conducted at the regimental centers for 1 month
Okay.
of duration. So we applied for that, and somehow the DGR, Ministry of Defense, empaneled us during the year 2010. They allotted the courses to us at various centers. 2010 to 2014, 4 years, every year we got the courses, and we conducted the courses in various regimental centers, namely Bangalore, CMP Center, Madras Center, this thing, Dart Center, Bareilly, then Ranikhet, then Varanasi, like this, Delhi, Rajputana Rifle Center. So wherever the vacancies were given to us, Kriki, Pune, Bangalore, then your Roorkee, all the places we conducted the courses on security, and whatever they wanted us to conduct the courses and help them in second career, whatever the help is required by the retiring JCOs and other ranks. So this was one. Then in the meantime, the Ministry of Minority Affairs, they also came out with a project called Sikh or Kamao. So under that, we applied for that. They also empaneled us, and they allotted the vacancies to us to conduct the courses in the states of West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Delhi, and Rajasthan. We
Okay.
conducted the courses, and after the course, we were to offer the job to these unemployed youth of minority communities.
Okay.
We offered them the job, and they went on a job during the target year 14-15. Then again 15-16 target year, they allotted the vacancies to us in the states of Tamil Nadu, Delhi, West Bengal, and Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
And we conducted the courses for the unemployed youth.
I mean, I would like to actually compliment you for the exceptional work that you are doing for society, and I think your son, Flight Lieutenant, Flight Lieutenant Sir, would himself be very much happy that you are doing all of this in his name. Flight Lieutenant Maheesh Trikha, I guess.
Maheesh Trikha.
Maheesh Trikha, right, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. He would be very much happy at what you are doing.
I hope so. And we take it ki whatever we are doing, we are completing his homework which he has left for his parents to complete.
Right.
That's what I take it in that spirit.
Right, sir.
And me and my wife, we both are involved in that activity.
I mean, you being a veteran of the 71 war and your son being in the Indian Air Force, you both make the country proud, sir. And we are proud of individuals like you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And it's actually a very much of a pleasure to talk to someone like you. And being from the Gurkha Rifles and being from the intelligence, alongside doing so much for the country after retirement. I mean, at this age, you shouldn't even work, but you're doing so much for the country right now. And hats off to you, sir. Really.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Personal
much.
gesture, I would really want to thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you very much for giving me a chance to share my views with you.
Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to talk to you again, maybe regarding your experiences. Said that I would like to talk to you again, sir. And as of now, we have to cut this short. But it was an honor talking to you, sir, and learning about your family as well. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Okay.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.